Hello, my name is Marie Diamond. I'm a Feng Shui Master, and you know me from the hit movie and bestseller, The Secret. So you can find out more about me when you go to mariediamond.com. Today I want to share with you how to set up the Feng Shui for your office. So many people are asking me this question. How can I really activate my abundance, my success, my recognition in my office? So the first rule in office Feng Shui is you need to always put yourself in such a position on your desk that you see the door. Why is that? Well, in your business, when you're in a career or you are an entrepreneur, you need to be in power. So the first rule is to be in a power position. What is that? Well, think about a king, a queen, a president. They will always sit in such a way in their office that they sit on the desk, seeing in front of them the people that are coming to them. So the door is always in front of them or kind of to the side, but never this way or behind them, because then they set themselves up as a vulnerable person. And it comes back from the time when we are a primitive human being. You know, think about the caveman or the cavewoman, right? Would they ever sit with their back to the entrance of the cave? Because that's where the wild animals are, right? So they would always make sure they would put a fire on, sit behind the fire, and see the cave so that they can jump up to immediately protect their cave. So you need to protect your success. So put yourself, your desk in such a way that you can see the door. So if you would say like, well, Marie, but I want to see the door, but I have this amazing view. What do I do with this? Well, I always put my desk facing the window, they say, and I love my view. And said, yes, but the door is behind you. And people with money, clients, investors, they do not come through the window. They come through the door. You can say, well, Marie, but I have an online business. I don't worry about that. Well, still, it is affecting you. So it's wonderful to see the view, but the view is not helping you for your business. Seeing the door is. I have created great office Feng Shui for more than 25 years, and I've tested so many people about this. And the shift that happens when you start seeing the door, it's like there's an opening of energy. Their brain opens up, their mind opens up. They start thinking in a complete different way. They feel empowered because they can see where the incoming flow comes from, even if it's just you coming to your office. You also want space in front of your desk so that somebody can come and sit there, even if it's symbolically that there's a chair there to say like, hey, I can talk to my client. So when you have a computer screen in front of you, make sure you still see the door, left or right. And remember, we have a peripheral view, so we see like this, right? When I look now in front of me, this is what I see. I don't really see what's going on there. So if the door would be there, it's not okay. It needs to be able to be seen like this. So sometimes you need to take your desk and move your desk a little bit in an angle. We always think interior-wise, everything has to be lined up, but it doesn't need to. You just can move things a little bit so you'll see the incoming door. If you have more than one door, make sure you try to see both doors. Now, I'm not talking about a bathroom door. I'm not talking about a door towards your garden. It's the door of the hallway that I need to see. So, and you want space in front of you. That's why you cannot have the desk against the wall. If you have the desk against the wall, you're hitting literally the wall. I mean, there's no client that can come to you because the client cannot sit there, right? So your energy, your view is actually literally looking at the wall. Now, people looking at a wall, they never become successful. They always have poverty mentality because they can only see as far. They only see literally half a meter or 3 feet, perhaps 4 feet. That's how far their energy is going, right? But if you sit on a desk and you have space in front of you, your energy goes out. And we call that in Feng Shui, your phoenix can fly. And when the phoenix flies, it means your recognition will fly. You will be more recognized and respected for your work. Can you imagine now if the president of any country would have their desk facing the wall, or the king or the queen would take literally their throne, and like I'm now in this place, the queen, and I would turn myself around, literally, and I would sit like this, talking to the wall. Hello, you would say, Marie, turn around, I want to see your face. Yeah. So think about if you're sitting against the wall, your client cannot see you. Yeah. So if I would keep talking like this, and I would sit working like this, how would you feel? Right? I'm sure I have a beautiful back, but let's be honest, that is not the point. You need to have space for the client to come to you. So seeing the door, putting you in such a position that you are not hitting the wall, and if possible, that you also are protected behind you. So having your desk in such a way there's a wall behind you gives you more strength. Now that is not always possible, because in your home, in your office, it can be that when you want to see the doors, that the window is behind you. And you're like, what, Marie, that's not a support. Well, in that case, I always suggest to people to have a high back chair. Anyhow, I'm always in favor of a high back chair. Don't sit on a chair that kind of falls apart, right? Think about you're the king, you're the queen in your office. You need to have something to support. You need to sit on a throne. So if you have a chair that covers also your neck here, right, comes till here, you'll be more respected for what you do. Make sure you have a high back chair, also with armrests, like I'm the king, I'm the queen, right? And this way you're protecting yourself anyhow from whatever is going on behind you, right? So that is a way to find a solution. Now, I know some of you are like, Marie, I'm in a cubicle at a company. I cannot change this. My desk is in such a way that I have to face the wall, and I'm, with the back totally vulnerable, and people are walking behind me. So what do I do? Well, this was one of my first experiences. So my second job I ever had as a lawyer, they put me in a cubicle. And so I was totally vulnerable. People were walking behind me all the time, right? And I was looking to a beautiful view. And my colleagues were all behind me. And what happened was the manager, whose office was literally next to me, she would pass behind me all the time. And so before I could talk to her and say, look, this is ready or this is ready, she was already in the office. My colleagues were, talking behind my back, because if your back is vulnerable, there will be more gossip, more backslash happening behind you. So they were like always talking and laughing behind me. And as I could turn around, it was already too late. So I got really depressed. And I was like, oh, I really love this job, but nobody is recognizing me. I'm never getting the great projects. So one day I went very early to the company and I looked for a second desk. And I used that other desk that was then behind me. I put a desk in front of me and the other desk was behind me. And so everybody that came in, I could see them. I could say, hi, good morning, how are you, right? Like, oh, you changed your desk. I said, yeah, it doesn't feel good for me, right? And the manager would come up and she was like, wow, what are you doing here? I didn't give you permission. I said, yeah, but it just doesn't feel good. Can I give it a try? And she said, yeah, okay, you can give it a try. So I had my power position, right? So now she would come in and out, and I could say, oh, this is ready. And I had this idea. And within 6 months, I replaced her. After 6 months, she got another job somewhere else. And I became the head of that department. From that day on, I always went into a power position. And in my short career as a lawyer, for 5 years, I just went promotion after promotion after promotion. Why? Because people could see me. And I could see what they were about, and I could see the work. I could see the opportunities. With my back to them, I couldn't see what was going on. Now, interesting, I asked at that time, the person that sits here before, how long did they stay? Oh, we're used to it. Everyone that sits there, they take about 3 months and they're gone. Now, I didn't stay 3 months. I promoted and I went to the top position in that department within 2 years. So it was really interesting that the energy that you're projecting is also where you're sitting. So indicates that the cubicle is just not possible to change. There are a few solutions, but I would suggest try first the other one. The solutions I'm giving you are like more band-aids, yeah? So they're not perfect, but it will help you. The first thing is try to get a better chair. Make sure you have this high back chair, even if you have to buy it yourself, yeah? Make sure that you're protected of whatever is going on behind you. The second thing is making sure you place left or right on the cubicle wall. You put like a little mirror so that you can see from your eye view what's going on behind you, right? Not in front of you. You don't want to double yourself, right? But just left and right of you, just on your eye level. And you're like, oh, this is going on. Oh, this person is passing. Hi, how are you? This person is passing. Hi, how are you? So you are connecting more with what's going on behind you. Third aspect is put in front of you like an image of like a landscape. You want then to have like a feeling of there is a window, so that you have a feeling of openness. It's not like a wall, right? Or you can also put images there that inspire you. It could be quotes, it could be teachers, it could be a family, so that when you look at it, it feels like there are people there, right? So that even there's a wall, they're not really, there's like really not a wall, there's like people sitting there, right? So that is a possibility for you to do that. And I've seen so many people telling me, Marie, it's amazing. I got a raise, I got a new job offer. Within 9 days, people have this shift happening because people are always asking, how fast does it work, Marie? Well, very fast. That is my experience. Also in companies, you can imagine when everybody is sitting in the cubicle, there is no teamwork. So one of the things when I work in companies, I always make sure that people can see each other, at least 1 or 2 or 3 more people, because if everybody sits with their back to each other, how can there be teamwork? How can people collaborate, focusing on the vision and the purpose and the product and service of the company? So that's the first rule, power position. The second thing is clutter, right? Before you go home at night, make sure your desk is clean again. So put things or in the cabinets, right? Because whatever is not seen doesn't bother you. And then when you wake up in the morning and you go to your office, then there's an open space. So for sure, make sure there's space in front of you, right? So if this is where your computer is, never put things behind it because you want the energy to flow out, yeah? So if you put things left and right, always make sure if you have files that the left part is higher than the right part, because then you'll be more respected. You'll be more accepted for what you do. If you have the right pile higher than the left pile, you will be more attacked and criticized about your job, right? Because this is how the flow needs to be. We call that the dragon level and the tiger level. Yeah, the dragon needs always to be higher than the tiger. So declutter the area, not just decluttering your desk, but declutter your computer, declutter all your emails. You know, so much people say delete, delete, but they never let go of the deleted items, the deleted messages. So create space, not just physical. Make sure your cabinets are organized. When you open it up, they're just like, you don't want to open them up anymore because everything falls out. I mean, how can that be good and for your job? How can it be good for your money? So make sure things are organized. Every month, take time to go through your files and see that who is the most important is on top. so that you're really ready for success and abundance. Another thing I always suggest when you have a desk is sometimes people put a lot of little items, like a lot of pictures, and then they go on a holiday and they have little, little items from everywhere, right? And then they just have a little bit of space to work on their computer, right? That is not okay. Remember that you have an energy field, yeah? And you're not just a physical body. So if you would do this, like on your desk, if that space is in harmony and is decluttered, you will do better. Yeah, because everything that is on your desk gives you subconsciously, as long as you're working on that space, a message. So if you have all little items there, you're actually saying to your mindset, think small, right? So what would I suggest then to put there? You can definitely put a picture of your family there because, hey, you're doing this job to help your family. And when I talk about your family, it is your direct family, your partner, your children, yeah? Not your family, your mother, your father, your parents-in-law. That is going too far. That's for the living room, right? So that is one of the things you can place there. Just a picture to remind you why you are providing for your family. Also some gold items. Yeah, it could be a beautiful golden item. It can be even the picture of your family in a golden looking frame. You can place that there. So golden items are always positive. Why is that? Because the gold, it stands for abundance. Yeah. So any golden item you can place there. Also a beautiful crystal. Yeah. A crystal is something that gives grounding and good energy. So, and you can go with any crystal you really like, but I would definitely suggest to focus on a white quartz crystal. And I know some people say, well, there's like Swarovski crystals. Now, Swarovski crystals are beautiful, but they are not really made out of crystals. They're made out of lead. So make sure you find a beautiful crystal. It doesn't have to be big, but just something that you place there. Now, there is a video that you will find on my YouTube channel where I talk about crystals and how to activate them, because crystals takes on a lot of negative energy, so you need to clean them on a regular level. So by having a little crystal there, the crystal will protect you from all negative energy. So that will be fabulous for you. And then I see sometimes people, they have their coffee mug there, they have their lunch there. I mean, your desk is not your kitchen. Okay, get that. Right? So if you have things from lunch, make sure you place them somewhere else, or you put them in a cabinet, or you put it on the ground or on a table next to you. Your desk is not your kitchen. And I've seen this too many times. Yeah, I've seen people having 4 or 5 bottles of water and Coke and coffee, and I'm like, this belongs in the kitchen. How can you work this way? So because you're creating poverty, empty cups, empty bottles, you're actually creating emptiness feelings. So you don't want that. So one of the things I have seen is that people, when they are having a good office feng shui, they're seeing the door, they are protected, they have great images around them, their brain will go into what we call alpha brainwave. So when you see the door, your brain will go into a frequency of your brain where you feel more energized, more focused, more concentrated, and you're more creative. If you, with your back to the door, right, your brain shuts off, you go into beta vibration. Beta is like you're more anxious, more depressed, less focus, less concentration, and you're limiting yourself literally for your job. So that's one of the things I definitely suggest, that you are understanding it does not only affect your business, it affects your mindset. Another aspect, as I shared already, are the images. So let's say you're not in a cubicle, but you have your own space in your home, a home office, or in a business. When you come in, you have to understand everything that's around you is affecting your business. And I've been to too many places where the space is decorated in such a way that it looks more like for a living room, or it's not inspiring your business. So I remember one of my cases, and there was this lady, and she asked me to come for her IT company. And this was in Hollywood, and she was working on that IT programming for the Hollywood studios. So I come in, and there's a receptionist, and there's a little sitting area, and everywhere I looked were images of nude women. Beautiful designed nude women, black and white. And I came in, and there was this gorgeous receptionist, and I thought, like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong place. So I'm in an escort service. That's what I got. So literally I walk out, and the lady, the receptionist, runs after me. It's like, Marie, you're in the right place. And I said, oh, I am? So I talked to the CEO, who was a woman, right? And the receptionist was a woman, and the rest were 100 men working there behind their computer. So all the way, going to every office, in every hallway was a nude woman. And I said to her, do you feel vulnerable? Do you sometimes feel like they're kind of undressing me in their mind? I said, oh, we say that all the time. We feel that. I said, because that's been your focus. You give them permission to go there, right? But that's not the focus of this business. This is not an escort service. I said, I thought it was an escort service. And she's like, what? No, we're doing this and this. And said, you're working for Hollywood studios. You're working with movies. So you have certain movies you have worked on. I said, yes, of course. This has to be in the hallway. When you come in, the logo has to be visible. When I'm sitting there, there have to be images of successful movies you have worked on and put them in a gold-looking frame. So all the way, everywhere, keep the business focused on what the product is. Keep the people working in the business focused on what the product is. I said, oh my God. So she took everything away, put all the images, and then actually she even in her office had beautiful paintings of her created by her brother-in-law. And I said to her, and he was a very famous singer, and he did a lot of self-portraits. And I said, well, are you his manager? She said, no, of course not. And I said, why do 5 images of your very successful musician and artist hanging here? She said, because he made so many self-portraits and they're all in the house, and now I had, so much over, so I hang them here. I said, is this your business? So in your office, you should hang images connected with your business. Images about your business, your logo. It could be pictures of services you're bringing, of if you are a speaker or if you're a consultant, images of that, so that you are surrounding yourself and you stay focused on what you bring. Another aspect I definitely suggest to people is get your awards out. Get your certificates out. Yeah. Some people say, yeah, I'm certified in all these things. I don't really want to let people know. You should make sure that people see your awards. And it's like, but nobody comes in my office. You are in the office. You need to allow the recognition to happen. And if you do not have even a real award, get a fake award. Yeah. Make sure that you put something out and say, I'm recognized for my work. This is one of the things I did in my office, my first office in the USA. I got myself a fake Oscar. Yeah. Now, I'm not in the movie industry, but I wanted to attract Oscar-winning clients. So I put that out and I put my name on it, Marie Diamond. And guess what? Within a year, I was in a movie called The Secret. And because I put it out there, not just I was in a movie, and since then I've been in more than 10 documentaries, and they didn't win Oscars, but some of them, I'm sure, are more famous than Oscar-winning movies. But I also attract a lot of Oscar-winning clients because I put the Oscar out there. So put your awards out, put your certificates out. Yeah, you have worked for them. Yeah, so surround yourself with trophies. Surround yourself with things that you can be proud of. Now, going deeper into your office feng shui, there is the general rules I just explained to you, but there's also what we call personal feng shui. So personal feng shui is based on your birthday and your gender. There is something we call the energy number. And you can go to my website, mariediamond.com, and get your free energy report. You'll put in your original gender and your birthday, and you will get a report that tells you what's your energy number. There are 9 numbers. Yeah, there are 9 numbers. And based on that is an archetype. And it can be a teacher or an advisor or a manager. It gives you kind of how your soul came on this planet and works with the energy in your environment. You will also get your success direction, who is important for your success and money, your health direction, relationship, and wisdom direction. Now, in your office, your success direction is key. So, one of the things you want to do is then hold a compass based on the report you're getting. Let's say your success direction is west. You will then see from the center what is in the west of your office. Whatever is in the west is affecting your success. So if you have there a paper shredder, hey, guess how your energy is, yeah? So you're shredding your own success. If you have the wrong images there, they're not supporting your success. So in your success direction must be certificates, your trophies, perhaps images of your products or a table with your products and services on it, your business cards, your flyers. This success direction, it's like your energetic marketing place. You can say, well, Marie, nobody's seeing that. You are seeing it. When you're seeing it, you are going to connect more focused on your success. So it's one of the things I'm going to suggest for you to do that. Also, make sure you check out the energy number book. You can have it as an ebook and as a cover book. And you can then see in the book what specifically, based on the energy number, you can place there to activate it. Is it plants? Is it a fountain? Is it crystals? So there are some symbols and items and colors that you can place in your success direction. Definitely your success direction cannot have any clutter. The second direction that is so powerful for your business, for your office, is the relationship direction, because in any business you're creating relationships, right? With your clients, with your team, with your banker, with your accountant, even with the government, right? So you have a relationship energy that you need to make sure is activated. So again, based from your center of your office, you will try to find out where is your relationship direction, and you get that in the energy report on the website, mariediamond.com. And then you see what is there, right? So I do remember this one client, and she had like a collection of cacti, right? In her relationship direction, she had this beautiful table and she put all her cacti there. Now, cacti, they have all these sharp needles, right? And so I said to her, how are relationships going? She said, well, I'm getting people, but it's really hard, it's really slow, and they're always like talking about every detail they want before they sign to know every detail, and they fall over every detail. And I said, it's the cacti, yeah? So a cactus is like, it's spiky, right? And I said, it's like they fall over every needle. So remove them, yeah? Place them somewhere else. Yeah, don't have plants with sharp-edged leaves or spiky needles in your office, because it really creates a disturbance of energy. And it was even in her relationship direction. So she could have their beautiful plants. So we found some beautiful lush plants and beautiful bouquet, and she put, for example, a symbol of a globe. Because if she wanted to have international clients, the globe is really important. She put some images with her and clients. She created what I call a relationship table. And as she did that, she was like, Marie, you know, within literally a few hours, people start calling me like, yeah, I've been thinking about this contract. Yeah, it's all fine. I'll just sign it and send a fax to you. And I was like, she said, people that have been holding off, they start calling me. And within a few days, I had like 5 new clients that I had been working with, but they were like, oh, I'm not sure, and this little thing. They just called and everything was fine. I said, yes, because you told the universe, because your office is like the universe. You're the center of the universe. So you need to create like a marketplace where you work. So that are small little things, but with a huge effect. Yeah. So any other image around you can affect you. And it's not just your success direction or relationship direction, but you know, sometimes people put the strangest images out. I remember one person said, well, I have activated my success direction, Marie, and I've activated my relationship direction, and still things are not really happening. I said, okay, send me a little video up, right? And I was working with her, and she sent me this image up, a video of her office. And she loves tigers. She's a big fan of everything with tigers. Fine, yeah. But on all walls, kind of close to the ceiling, she had put beautiful posters up of tigers. So she was sitting in a power position. Success and relationship direction was activated with 10 tigers higher than her, ready to attack. And I said, oh my God, take the tigers out. And she said, it's really interesting. I feel really unsettled here. Even if we changed everything, things were not happening. I said, no, because would you work when 10 tigers are there laying higher than you, like, I'm ready to jump, right? So she took that away, and it was an amazing shift that happened. Yeah. So what I've seen with people do the office feng shui is that within 9 days to 9 months, that's kind of how the energy flows, they are definitely seeing that they have 10 and more percentage of increase of their money. There is more recognition, there is more fame, there are more opportunities coming to you. It's like new businesses are coming to them. So it is really wonderful. And I have done this work more than 25 years, and it's amazing. So start doing your office feng shui. For more information, how to go forward, like for feng shui for real estate or feng shui your business, how to work with the feng shui for your website, how to set up the feng shui for your business cards. I mean, there's so many levels on this. Please go to mariediamond.com and check out my online programs.